Hello, I am here with my God Yahweh, and I am the Black Jew. The title of this video is going to be Exposing Evil Karmics in My Life. In this video, I will be definitely talking about the karmics in my life who have come into my life and pretty much tried to destroy my life, unalive me, all over siphoning my energy and over my inheritance. My mother being the ringleader who started this whole mess. In August, on August 30th, 2025, I found out after all these years that my mother and my whole family belong to a sex coven. So I basically come from a family of witches and warlocks, which the whole time I was living up under my mother's roof, I did not know that they were a part of a coven and that they were witches. And I just recently found out who they were because they were viciously attacking me with magic. And when I found out that they were doing this, I just could not believe that they would stoop that low, that my mother would be that jealous of me. But I should have known because, you know what, being, a kind person, when my mom said she needed a place to live because she was divorcing her husband, I took her in without hesitation. And when I took her into my house, all of a sudden, she's trying to take over my house, acting like she pays the bills in my house, like she owns the house, teaching my children, black magic, which I did not know about. Also putting a spell on my husband at the time, paying him money and sleeping with him the whole time she was living with me, and that was many, many years. But she will never tell that part of the story of why I was triggered. I come from a family of 4 girls, and my oldest sister, Rena Bernadette Anderson, has always been in competition with me. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea, but we have always been in cahoots with each other because she's always, anything that I get, she feels she's entitled to. And my mother, Barbara Jean Carter, she's the same way. But growing up, my mother was a drunk. She was a drunk, and my mother, after my father divorced her, she loved to chase and sleep with young men. And she didn't care if she had to pay him like she did with my husband. She did not care. My mother has always had this attachment, this lustful spirit. And you can't even trust my mother around your dog because she will have sex with your dog. That's how lustful she is. My mother all her life has been extremely violent, and she's made it her purpose to make sure that I'm not seen, that nobody sees me, nobody hears me, nobody even knows that I exist because she's too busy trying to cloak herself in my energy and trying to be me. Well, stepmother Barbara Jean Carter, I'm serving you notice. You're never going to be me. You're never going to look like me. You're never going to walk like me. You serve Satan and I serve Yahweh. And we are like day and night. And we are never going to be on one accord. And if you think that you can steal my inheritance, you got another thing coming. Because you're going to be fighting all of your life. Because I'm never going to stop fighting over what belongs to me. And you think that every husband, every boyfriend, or whatever I get, you can sleep with? That's why you have AIDS. The whole coven has AIDS. My mother, Barbara Jean Carter, Rena Bernadette Anderson, my ex-husband, Kenneth Lee Curry, who's also on the down low, James Golder, who's also on the down low, in a poly marriage with a female, and he has a boyfriend as a side chick. Did you think I would not find out? I'm extremely clairvoyant. And it didn't take long before God revealed to me who you were and what you were about. And from your homosexual activity, you caught AIDS and you took and you spread it to the whole coven. So now the whole coven, from the sex moon magic that you all do out there butt naked in the middle of the night running around, trying to violate me in my dream state, trying to astro travel into my dreams and have sex with me and feed me poisonous foods like my mother tried to do when I visited her. She was actually trying to poison me. I even said to her, I'm not eating these cheese and eggs. I could taste it in the cheese and eggs. And she had the audacity to want to get upset about it because I wouldn't eat the cheese and eggs because I knew something was wrong with the food. And it's because she had poisoned it. But as you can see, I'm still walking. I'm still living. You could not take me out. You could not take me out. And you all thought you could get together and forge my signature, Shelley Adcock. All of these fools that you went and conjured up on my job. My mother, Barbara Jean Carter, turned all of my family against me, my friends, my co-workers, any associates, and then she wants to throw up her hands and say, I'm a Christian. You may be a Christian, but you're a demon, okay? And you know you are. And the violence that you caused in my life as a child. Remember when every night after dinner, my father used to make me fight my little sister until I beat her down? And then he would pick her up with those hard stride, right, high top shoes on and make her kick me in my face. Every single night I went to bed crying while you and my oldest half-sister sat at the table watching and laughing. He's dead now and he's in hell. And believe me, you're going to be following him. You're angry because you tried to send your husband in to siphon my energy, to steal my inheritance. And guess what? You got HIV. You all do. James Golder, from your homosexual activity, you have been getting these false reports that you have a clean bill of health when it comes to AIDS. And you're lying because you paid somebody to falsify your medical records, pulling out that sorry piece of paper you had every time you meet somebody new trying to show them that, oh no, I got a clean bill of health, knowing that you're running around here with AIDS. Believe me, I saw in my mind, I saw the red rashes and the bumps and the warts all over your genitals. For my mother, all over her vagina. My sister, Rena, she has it. They all have it. Because you know what? One thing I did not know is that my mother and my sister, they're lesbians. My mother and my sister are sleeping together. Just like I told you, my mom will sleep with a dog. Okay? And I guess you thought you could hide that from me. Like I was never going to find out that you guys are, all the family members are sleeping together because you're all a part of a coven. And you lied and you tried to handle me. And you tried to prostitute me. But I wouldn't agree to being in no three ways. I wasn't about to do it, and you knew it. And I wasn't going to lay down with just any and everybody like you did. And you were jealous because I didn't throw myself around like a whore. But yet and still, you went out and you told all my friends that I'm a witch. I do black magic. I'm a whore. I'm a drug addict. All the things that you are. And Rena Bernadette Anderson, my oldest, the half-sister, remember when you and your boyfriend and those two crackheads you invited into the house were all at the tables sucking on that glass pipe? Remember that when you was smoking that crack? Oh, you remember that, see. But you know what? You can't deny this. You know why you can't deny it? Because I hold the testimony. I know what I saw. I know what went down that day. And then you had the audacity to try to invite my younger sister, Luna Walker, over to the table to smoke with you when you knew she was up underage. And I stood up from sitting on the couch and I told her, if you don't sit your behind down, and what's so scandalous about it is if she would have went over to that table and I would not have been there that day, she would have been strung out on crack and nobody would have ever known that you were the one who turned her out. Because you know what you do? You try to hide the bad things that you do. You're never going to tell anybody about the scandalous stuff that you do. And if it weren't for, she still thanks me today for standing up and saying, you go over there and sit down. Because what you didn't know about me, I was about to tear everybody up in that house that day. You better be glad she didn't come over to that table. Because I was ready to do the time. And you run around here acting like you're so, copying, going and having a facelift, trying to look like me and trying to mimic and steal my biblical information off the line so you can run your own business. You've never been that intelligent. I'm a walking Bible without a Bible. I'm a biblical genius. You're just a want-to-be, like your mother and the rest of this family. Everybody wants to be like me. James Golder. Let me tell you something. You keep on telling your friends, I'm chasing you, I'm stalking you. I don't think so. You're stalking me. You're chasing me. You're coming to my online platform and stealing information, thinking that you can do what I can do. And you can't. You cannot be me. And I know you may be gay, but you can't step into this body because this is all woman. And you're just jealous because you want to be a woman trapped in a man's body. You're 6'4". Dude, stop cross-dressing. Get out of your mama's closet. Stop busting out her heels with your 18, inch foot size. Be a man. You gossip like a you know what. I don't even want to say it on here, but you know enough. The opposite, yeah. Take the W off a witch and put a B on it, and you know what I'm talking about. That's who you are. You're a female trapped in a man's body, and you want to get out so bad and cloak yourself in my energy. Oh, no, you don't. Not with HIV. And stop trying to send HIV this way and infect me with some type of spiritual attachment, sexually transmitted. I'm a woman of 10 years of celibacy, and you're angry because I would not sleep with you, because I would not date you, because I would not give you the time of day. But you went out and you told your friends that you walked away from me when I walked away from you. You have molested a child. You've done all kinds of horrific things. You and my family have gotten together and forged my signature, removed my name off of an inheritance document. You guys have taken out insurance policies on me and other people, and then after you took out the insurance policy, you befriended him, and you went in and you did what? You murdered him, just like you did with my grandfather, James Golder. You murdered him. And you think I don't know? He came to me and he told me what you did. You can't run. You cannot hide from this. Believe me, you're going to pay for the things that you've done. And this is why you're running around with AIDS. You got 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in the grave, just like my mother. Constantly going to the graveyard, digging up graveyard dirt and trying to put it in my yard. Put it in your own yard. You can't put it in your yard because guess what? You don't have a house. You live on the streets because that's who you are. And I don't care if you're working as an officer or whatever. You better hope I never find out where you're working at, because I will make sure that you don't have a job. And believe me, right now, you don't. You don't. And that's why you're constantly trying to steal from me. Know one thing. As I told you before, I don't support men. Okay? I'm never going to give you a cent of my money. And I've told you that over and over and over again. Even when you begged me to buy you a Rolex. I said, fool, if you don't get out of my face, buy you a Rolex. Dude, I wouldn't even buy you a Twinkie. Even though you probably love that, huh? Because that's who you are, Mr. Rainbow Man. And I know you're mad and I know you're upset. But that's your problem. That is your problem. Nobody told you to go sit on another man's lap and rotate. You better never come before me. Because if you come before me, I'm going to make you cry. Because you can't even begin to talk to me. And you doing that. And I asked you if you were married and you lied. And you said, oh no, I'm not married. Yeah, you are. You're in a poly marriage. I asked you if you were gay. And you said, oh no, I like women. Really? No, you like the back door of men. Stop trying to lie about who you are. And then you got nerve enough to be shooting up drugs. You're a junkie. All you guys. You're junkies. And you're going to take and you're going to drama bond with me and dump all your drama on and your trauma on me? I don't think so. I'm not carrying any more of anybody's burdens. Just like I said, for all of you guys who I've been supporting all my life, get out and get a job. You know, JOB, get one of those. Because I'm not supporting you and you're not going to live off of my inheritance. You are not going to be a part of my new family. And for my new soulmate, and you think you're going to attack him with magic to keep us from coming together? This is a soulmate relationship, twin flame, that you cannot stop, that Yahweh has brought together. And you cannot cut asunder what is holy and sanctified, which you know nothing about. You run around calling yourself a Christian, but in the dark, you're doing hideous things. Hideous. You guys are sleeping with children. You're trafficking women, men, and children. You're taking out insurance policies on people and then turning around and unaliving them. And you call that a day's work? You're weak, you're diabolical, and you're sick, and you're all going to jail. If I have anything to do with it, I'm going to make sure that every one of you go to jail. And I don't care how many you've recruited, you're all going down. And if you show up at my residence, you're all going to jail. Show up here at my house and see if you don't go to jail. And my mother, Barbara Jean Carter, you already know I've already laid paperwork on you for assaulting me and my children. Try it. Try it. And you think that you can come around here and apologize and say you're sorry? No, you can't. There will be no forgiveness. If you want forgiveness, take it to God. Take it to God, because I don't want to hear it. Don't even come here talking about, oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry didn't do it. You did. And we're never going to have anything in common. You are not going to convert me to serve Satan, because I serve Yahweh. And nobody's converting me to serve anybody other than him. So go sit down. And these are the things my family doesn't want to talk about. My mother doesn't want to talk about how violent and jealous she was. How she threw a pot of hot water and hot dogs on my father while us kids were sitting at the table, small children. And we had to watch what? The skin peel off of my father's face and his back because she threw a pot of hot water and hot dogs on him. And then she's got nerve enough to be over there putting medication on him every day. And I mean, my mother is so diabolically jealous. She will hurt people. One day, my little sister's in her room, and I don't know what was said in the room or whatever. But the thing about it, I don't think it was anything major. But she picks up a metal iron and hits her in the head with it. And I mean blood just splats out all over the place. This is my mother. And then on the way to the hospital, she's trying to tell my sister, oh, when we get there, tell him this and tell him that. No, enough is enough. You assaulting people. You pulling a knife on me in the backyard and cutting me. And then you and my sisters getting together when the cops come and telling them that, you know what? I'm a troublemaker. I assaulted you, this and that and the other. And they get me down there and they find out that I didn't assault you, but you had cut me with that knife. And they told me, put back on your clothes. Do you want to press charges against your mother? The only reason why I said no is because I did not want to see us go into foster care. But you have been violent all of my life. Always trying to sleep with whoever I am, always trying to downgrade me because you are jealous. Because you were never anything. You were never anything. Today you're not anything. And you will never be anything. Not trying to walk in my shoes. You could never walk in my shoes. You cannot compete where you do not compare. So stop trying to compete with me. That goes for my mother, my sisters, my exes, friends, frenemies, whatever. Don't even try to approach me because I am going to the top. And when I go to the top, I'm going without you. And if you think you can continue to threaten my soulmate and lie on me and tell him all these horrible things about me. Why? Because you want him for yourself. You guys are dying to sleep with him so you can run back and say, you don't want him. I already slept with him. You're angry because he won't sleep with you. He won't. And I'm letting him know that I'm not an evil person. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a prostitute. I'm a servant of the Most High God, Yahweh. And I'm not living on the streets, as you can see. And you had the audacity to go around and talk about my house is dirty and I have roaches and this and that and the other. Believe me, my house is spick and span. It has to be. Because everything in my house is what? White. No one thing. You can't hide dust. You can't hide lint. You can't hide dirt on white. And no one thing, if you have cockroaches like you have in your house, they're going to come out and say hi to the guest. Do you see any cockroaches coming out and saying hi to the guest here? No. Because this is forbidden for any insects. If I find anything up in here, it's dead. Okay? And my floors are mopped, waxed, bathrooms clean, everything is immaculate. Because cleanliness is close to godliness, which you know nothing about because you don't serve God. You serve Satan. And all the moon sex rituals that you all do up under the moon, that's why you all have AIDS. Trying to infect me with AIDS. I'm a woman of 10 years of celibacy. And you have to be able to pass some type of bodily fluids to come in contact with that disease. And for James Golder, who caught the disease from messing with his boyfriend, which is his side chick, and then you tried to say that I spread the disease to you. How did I spread the disease to you when I've never ever met you in person? All we ever did was text. I've never met this man in person. We live in two totally different states. Tell the truth. You got infected by what? dropping your pants every time the wind blows, bending over and grabbing your ankles, and backing that bus up on something that pogo stick. What about your OnlyFans? You on there selling yourself. I know that you guys are into sex work. You're into sex work. You're into smuggling drugs. I mean, it doesn't end for these people. They'll come in, they'll rob your house, they'll forge documents and put your signature on it. They'll take out PP loans in your name. They will steal your mail to make sure you don't get to court so you can't be a part of the hearing where they've stolen your inheritance and they don't want you to speak because they've told the judge that you're mentally ill. Well, guess what? After the judge sees this video, he's going to know I'm not mentally ill at all. I know exactly what's going on. And I'm going to continue to speak over and over and over again about all that you've all done, all that you've all participated in, the children that you're sleeping with and molesting. James Golder, you just molested someone underage and you're on the run right now. Don't you dare come here. Don't you dare come here, you pedophile. And my mother's right along with him, sleeping in the bed with little boys. You think I didn't know what was going on? You can't fool me. Because I know who you are. And I know you will screw a donut. Okay? That's how low you are. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Keep on coming for me. Keep on casting magic. And I'm going to come out with the rest of your trash that you don't want nobody to know about. And you know, I know. I know who you are. I know what you do when you turn off the lights. Okay? Where you think, oh, nobody can see me. Nobody can see, nobody can see me as, sleeping with my daughter. My mother and my oldest sister, they're sleeping together. The whole family is just one big sex orgy. They're all sleeping with each other, doing each other, running around naked up under the moon, casting spells on me, trying to get me involved in threesomes and homosexuality and trying to send lesbians my way and people my way to infect me with AIDS. Guess what? It's not happening. Because anybody you're sending, I'm turning down. And anybody who shows up at this door that I do not know, they're going to jail. Because there's already a case going. And believe me, when they run them names, they're going to know that these individuals are part of that coven. And that's why you're all in court right now. And you thought that you wouldn't tell me about the court dates. But you know what? The truth always comes to the light. And I'm not even showing up to court, and I'm winning the court cases. But let me tell you something. All of you fools are going to pay me back my money. You're going to get out of my house and my property that you're living in. And I don't care if you're living on the streets. I don't care if you have to go to a halfway house. I don't care where you have to go. That's not my business. But you're going to get out of my house that my grandparents left me. And James Golder, you think I don't know you killed my grandfather? You guys have been poisoning my relatives and killing them so that you can collect on the inheritance. My mother. You guys are just straight out murderers, have no respect, no consideration for anybody. But you know what? I'm going to expose you. And just like I solved my case, I'm going to solve all the murders of people that you murdered and you stole money from them. You stole their assets. You took out life insurance policies on them. And then you tried to collect on them. And some of them you did collect. You even went to the bank and tried to cash a check in my name and got caught. And you guys have also stolen my identity. And you're running around showing my ID, taking out loans in my name, whatever. And it's all going to come to an end. And you're all going to end up behind bars, waiting in line so you can pick up your canteen packages. And you can turn top ramen into a delicacy. And you know I know what's going on. Because I'm a retired correctional officer. So I know what goes on in the pen. And that's where you're going to be. And that's where you deserve to be. And plus, not only that, but you guys are so weird. You're going to love when the lights go out at night and when you're on your knees. But that's who you are, and that's what you're about. And if you continue to mess with me, I will be back to expose some more things, especially about you, James Golder, you and your mother. And you know what I'm talking about. And you sure don't want me to put that information out online about you and your mother's relationship. I know you don't want that. Try me and see what I do. I will turn your lives into a living nightmare just from the truths that I know. Because, see, I speak truth. I don't have to lie on you. And I hold the testimony. And that's why you're terrified. Because you know if I release any of this information, you guys are going to have to go jump off the cliff. Because you're never going to be able to show your faces again. You're never going to be able to show your face. And for my mother, Barbara Jean Carter, you went and gathered up all these people to turn against me. And people are finding out. You went down there to Petersburg, Virginia, and you gathered up all those losers. And that's why they're broke. Because you went down there and you took advantage of them and took their money, selling your fake religious candles, acting like these candles heal. They are idiots. Anybody who thinks a candle can heal you is an idiot. Go sit down. Get a real job. Go work at McDonald's because that's all you qualified for. That's all you qualified for. And if you think you're going to come work with me or collaborate with me, no, you're not. Why would I collaborate with someone that's not the creator? I'm the creator all by myself with my God. I don't need to collaborate with anybody. I built this from the ground up by myself. Nobody helped me. Nobody helped me. When I was building this business, everybody was saying I was an idiot and it wasn't going to work and this and that and the other. Well, now that it's up and running and it is successful, oh, everybody wants to collaborate. Collaborate on what? What did you invent? What did you contribute? Go sit down. It's over. And I'm going to let my mother know, if you try to come after me and my new relationship, you're going to be sorry. Because you're not going to sleep with my new husband. So get that out of your mind. Keep the last one you got. What's he weighing now? 300-400 pounds? You keep him. Keep him. Or keep James Golder, Mr. HIV, the one that's been spreading HIV through the coven. And James, you tried to lie to your friends and act like you cut me loose when you know I walked away from you. I left you standing right there like the idiot you were. You didn't even know I was gone until weeks after I didn't come back. telling your friends, oh, she'll be back. Oh, no, she gonna come back and this and that. And going behind my back and talking crap. And then coming in my face and smiling. Because you're weak. You're not a man. You're a wannabe man. You want to be a man so bad. But you've got that homosexuality hanging over your head. And that's always going to haunt you. And now that you have AIDS and you're getting ready to check out of here, if I were you, I'd really slow down on doing all of that magic you doing. Because guess what? It's an automatic return to sender. That's why you're madly in love with me. Because all the moon sex magic has returned to you. And you're obsessed. Stop stalking me on my social media platforms, trying to come to my house. I'm going to make it very clear before the whole world. James Golder, I don't want you. I've never wanted you. And you're angry because I said no to you. But I'm here before the whole world saying it's a no. You will not be going on this journey with me to my new life. I will not be giving you my cup of love that I have reserved for my new twin flame. And you can be jealous and you can hate and you can go to him and you can lie. You're just angry because you want my new twin flame. You want to sleep with my new twin flame because that's the type of homosexual you are. But you know what? He doesn't want you. He's a heterosexual. He doesn't want you. And you're jealous. And then when you can't sleep with him, you're trying to sleep with me. And for these people out there who know these people, James Golder, Barbara Jean Carter, Rena Bernadette Anderson, Kenneth Lee Curry Sr., Shelley Adcock, any of these people who are connected to that coven, don't sleep with these people unless you want to be infected with AIDS. And I don't care if you do get mad. Because my responsibility and my obligation is, while I'm here on earth, to protect others from minions like you who are trying to hurt them and give them an STI or an STD that never stops giving. And on that note, I'm just going to let my family, any so-called frenemies, or anyone know if you see me out, don't even come up and approach me. We are not friends. There will be no reconciliation. There will be no forgiveness. It is over. You stay over there and I will stay over here. Stay away from me and my new family. And I'm going to end on that note. Thank you, Yahweh, for this wonderful video and for putting all of these evil karmics in check. Amen.